Ladies and gentlemen, Venus in Leo is not a transit to sleep on. In fact, Leo wants that royal praise, that appreciation. And this is the time for us to go ahead and understand that we need to earn it. We need to deserve it. We can't just be the queen who just complains, itches, and moans about this is what I deserve. This is what I'm entitled to. So this Leo transit, Venus in Leo, is a great time because we're coming out of Venus in Cancer. So we're leaving the place of, stillness and feeling deeply into our connections and our networks and how our networks either support and make us feel safe and at home, or whether they make us feel erratic and, full of fear and anxiety. Venus in Leo is a very different opposite energy. And there's two main things that's going to happen. The sun will be in Cancer, which is Leo's ruler, until the 22nd of July. And after the 22nd of July, the sun will be in Leo, where now Venus in Leo and is in his home with the sun in Leo. And so the main thing that switches is in the first half of the month, while the sun is in Cancer, Venus in Leo will be ruled by the second house. And it's a house, again, of stillness, of slow movement, of planning, of cooperation, of connection, not a tremendous amount of risk, a little bit of people pleasing, being overly sensitive to other people's needs with the sun in Cancer, to understand, like, are you equally energetically exchanging that balance with yourself? Are you honoring your own self-esteem and what it needs, and how you enjoy resting and taking it slow so that you can process emotions that you've learned to tolerate, but they don't have to exist. Fears you've learned to tolerate as a debilitation, but they can start to push you from behind. And this is the first half of the month, and maybe you'll see the chart here. Now hit the thumbs up and the like button early. This is your AstroShaman, Pernell Bobby, inspiring brilliance with spiritual accountability and occult practices. And we're doing it in our memberships. And some people were just saying today, like, how happy they are that we're doing the movements and the qigong. And it's not just learning, but it's integrating. It's not just taking intellectual information and putting it through one ear and out through the other, but it's applying. And that's some of the feedback I got today, and people saying, wow, they're like in the process of losing weight, they're feeling better, they haven't moved for years to X. I don't know what the time frame is right now, but it just brought me a lot of joy. So do check out our membership. All right, it's a great time, especially after Venus went to Cancer, ruling the 11th house. So check my old video and had all the forecasts for all 12 signs for the Venus in Cancer. If you didn't catch it, it's here. All right. Now the second half of the month is going to be wildly different once July 22nd passes, because now the sun will move into Leo. And when that happens, this is a major shift of energy, because the sun rules the first house of Leo. This is the house of instinct. This is the house of expressing your personality. This is the one where you go out there, because coming from that darker house of Cancer where you were still, you really had the time to sit and feel into the memories that you've held on to, that you've attached to, that has actually structured and shaped your conditioning and how you behave in the world, and where you pause and don't show your true self and hide who you truly are in fear of insecurities and judgment from the networks you're connected to, okay, and from the way in which you didn't necessarily fully know how to love yourself, but you found a way to get that way and a little bit closer this year from last year and from the year before that. And so Venus in Leo is a time where now you're just here to roar, you're here to express that, you're here to play music, you're here to dance, you're literally here to scream, to yell, to shout, to sing it out loud, how much you love yourself, how much you love life, how much you love your partner, how much you appreciate. This is a huge time. Leo loves love. Leo loves to be loved, and Leo loves to give love. All fire signs are very giving by default. And this is where, if you did your proper shadow work in the sun in Cancer, Venus in Leo is going to be a time where you're going to be talking a lot, you're going to be broadcasting yourself, you're going to be finding yourself on commercials, you're going to get a lot of public clout and attention. Now, let's get an understanding for each zodiac sign to better understand this Venus in Leo transit. But hopefully you understood right now that it's a time to play. This is the sun card energy. This is finding a mate. This is finding somebody who you would like to grow old with, somebody you would like to stay with for the long term through all trials and tribulations, somebody you can talk to, somebody you feel safe talking to in non-violent communicative ways. through your body language, through your actual, you know, the position that you want to hold in the world. It's important to communicate that right now. It's important to actually share that with the people who actually mean something to you, the people who are significant in your life. So this is a lot of Venus and Leo. And like I said, after the 22nd, this is where it starts roaring. So do your shadow work, you know, get real keen on your values and, you know, what you believe is very true, honest, and brings a certain stillness to your heart, bring a certain stillness to your mind, bring a certain stillness to all the anxiety and worries you face, and got all that out of your gut. So again, if you want to get pain out of the gut, worry, anxiety out of the gut, come check our membership, Qigong membership. There's a link down in my chat down below. We're accepting new members and the community is growing and it's getting more and more authentic, and that's what I love about Venus and Cancer. It was a time to get authentic about these connections, and some are going to go and some are going to come, and it's just about being yourself, and that's what Venus and Leo is all about. So let's find out how to be yourselves for each of the zodiac signs in a little mini forecast. Hit the thumbs up and likes button. I thank and appreciate you. Aries, there's no surprise here. You're one of the main ones that's going to be yourself. Now, the key thing with this is you're going through a 5th house transit, but the Venus rules your 2nd and your 7th house. This is the house where you make the relationships, you push forward for the connections that actually help you generate a little bit of slow income through each one of the connections. So the people you're connecting with, you have to be very intentional with what am I looking to give them? What am I looking to receive? If you can be very honest about what you want to receive in your expectations, then you will find yourself making good amount of dough that will stay and last for a long time. That's the key thing. You must be full of honor. You must be regal with what you're asking and with the intentions that you have, Aries. And that's when you hit the thumbs up and the likes button and you come see us for the next show. Okay, Taurus, hit the thumbs up and likes button. Venus and Leo is going to be showing you the type of control and rule and dominion that your parents have had on you, that your childhood has had on you, and on your mental processes, what you allow. It's going to be shining a lot of light on this within your love department and relationships, and how you've learned to become dependent on certain people in your loving relationships, and how can you depend on yourself in the way that every Taurus wants to be, self-sufficient, so that you can attract that partner who's also self-sufficient and ultimately brings you peace to the mind, peace to your body, and not to stress that and none of those systems. So Taurus, what I have for you, hit the thumbs up and the likes button for this Venus and Leo transit. We'll see you soon. All right, Gemini, this is what Venus and Leo wants to do for you. It wants you to hit that thumbs up button, and it wants you to understand that right now it's not the time to hide what you are afraid of. It is a time for vulnerability with the 12th, 5th, and the 3rd house. It's time to express with your partner, with your lover, or even with a business partner, somebody you're socializing with in the workspace, somebody you're socializing with who is an emotional support crutch for you. It's time to share those vulnerabilities. Don't overshare, and be mindful of when you do, but take a logical approach to say, look, this is what I'm afraid of. This is my really big hope. This is my really big dream, and I want this thing to come true. And I am a little nervous to share it, and being able to share it without looking for the sympathy to the point of going beyond and over the top and flow. And that's where you're going to be very beneficial, especially with your partners, with your lovers. All right. And there's Venus and Leo transit for you, Gemini. So share those insecurities, share those fears, and you'll do well. Okay, all my Cancers, you're coming off Venus and Cancer prior, and now you're moving into Leo and Cancer. And so, Venus and Leo. And so what's happening here is you're starting to cement and found ground on what you instinctually felt was right for you, the type of personality that was emerging through you while Venus was in Cancer, within your networks and connections, and within the way you loved yourself. You're now starting to cement that. Now you're positive. This is not a time to be flowing back and forth and going through too many fluctuations within these connections, and this way in which you network and broadcast your talents, your unique abilities within the groups of other people who share that same sentiment. So Cancer, what I have for you is cement that process, and cement it by hitting this thumbs up so that you cement your place on this channel and my place in the world. I want to say thank you. I appreciate you, Cancer. Hit the thumbs up and drop the crab emoji if you made it this far. Okay, Leo, you're one of the main ones that is the star of the show, right? Venus and Leo is running through your 1st house, but it's also running through your 10th house, a house that you love to be. You love to be praised. You love to be known as the authority, the one. And it's time to start speaking with that authority. It's time to start speaking with that strength. It's time to actually go ahead and be courageous and be brave with everything you say, and understand that right now is the time to take initiative. The 10th house is a cardinal pushing forward, moving house. The 1st house is a cardinal pushing forward, moving house. So this is a very karmic moment for you to be alive, Leo. Speak your truth. Don't be apologetic and be willing to apologize later if you make a mistake. But understand that you've matured tremendously in the way in which you speak and relate to other people. So you probably won't need to. It's going to be other people projecting onto you that that's what you need to do in your relationships. So Leo, if you resonate with that, drop the crown back on top of the head and let you know that we're here, and hitting that thumbs up and likes button in the chat. Love you. All right, Virgo, hit the thumbs up and the likes button. Venus and Leo wants you to actually take some time in isolation. It wants to shine light on your relationships and the parts of it that are overflowing, that are copious with the addictions of how you serve and give your service to other people. Venus and Leo may not be the simplest time for you with this, but it's a time of stillness. It's a time to actually be royal, become the hermit, but to hermit less in the physical or more in the metaphysical realms. Use your third eye vision, use your crown chakra vision to have a deep and overall understanding of the values that you would like to take from these metaphysical spaces and place back into this earthly reality. This is a tremendous dream work time with the 12th house and 9th house time to go seeking for enlightenment, seek for answers that you again materialize in this physical world. And that's what Venus and Leo wants you to do. It's a very spiritual and tremendously occult timeline for you, Virgo. So let go of the physical reality and open up to the metaphysical infinite possibility. Hit the thumbs up and the likes button and drop that virgin down below if you're going to do it, and bring back the purity with you, Virgo. All right, Libra, you're going to hit the thumbs up and the likes button, and this is a time with Venus and Leo for you to collect on major gains. I think this is a chunky money season. You're inviting a lot of people, the people you've been connecting with, the people you've been working with. You've been wondering like what's going on and why is this happening and why is that going down? Well, right now, 1111 on screen within your network connections, the conferences and the groups and the activities that you've been attending. You've been spending a lot of energetic currency into these people, and most importantly, Venus and Leo says now it's time to spend it as well into yourself. So it's time to collect those gains that you put energetically into others and pour back into yourself, Libra. So go ahead, if your scales are like this, drop the scales, so let me know you're going to balance that out, and you're going to go ahead and take a little bit more of what you were owed and what you do while you hit that thumbs up button. Thank you, Libra. I'll see you soon. All right, Scorpio, what are you willing to lose? Hit the thumbs up and likes button if you're willing to lose something that's not good for you in exchange for something that's very positive, progresses your career, and allows you to come up and show up like a boss on the grand stage. You've been craving a certain recognition. You've been working hard for that recognition at the same time, Scorpio. And now what's happening is, if you're very intentional with the things that you want to be recognized with, the 7th and the 12th house is saying you can let go of that thing where you had a silent expectation to gain something from somebody or from some place, somewhere, something, without actually being clear about that intention. Right now is the time to be tremendously mature and say, this is what I want, this is what I'm worth, this is what I want to be recognized and remembered for through all of time, and here's what I'm willing to let go, and this is the addiction that no longer matters to me, that I understand clearly and consciously that I'm going to go ahead and wipe out of my life. Venus and Leo wants you to go ahead and do that and reinvigorate the party within you, the party within your career, and the accolades that you're worth and you're ready to gain in this house. All right, Scorpio, if that resonates with you, this is a time to drop the ego and the fire sign, let them know that you are on fire. You're adding that fire and that air element, and you're making things happen, Scorpio. So drop that ego and that fire sign down in the chat below, and hit the thumbs up and likes button, Scorpio. See you soon. All right, Sagittarius, this is the time to take a journey. This is the time to take a voyage, whether it's a mental journey or a physical journey. Right now, Leo is the one giving you the spark with Venus and Leo. And not only that, it's changing your mind about something. It's changing how you relate to your physical and immediate environment and the people that you invite in that particular space. So you may be needing to do a little extra meditation, a little qigong, a little extra breath work, Sagittarius. But hey, what's new for you? That's just what you do, is who you are. And it's a time to go ahead and just be honest about, this is what I love. This is the peace that I enjoy. And I'm going to secure that peace. I'm going to take in that stillness so that I can become and get closer to the most enlightened form of myself, the most enlightened form of my mental cognition, as well as the most enlightened groups and realities that I would like to be a part of. So this is a time to invest in your spiritual communities the way in which they've invested into you, and be willing to change the environment if it does not work for you, Sagittarius. So if you're still here, drop that arrow in the chat letting us know you're shooting higher, because that's what you do and that's who you are, Sagittarius. Hit the thumbs up and the likes button. We'll see you soon. Okay, Capricorn, what are you taking a risk on? You're going through the 8th house transit, but the Venus and Leo is ruling your 5th and your 10th, and this is all about risk. The 8th house is gambling, the 5th house is gambling. You're having energetic debts that you're gambling with, and you're ultimately doing that in the most wisest way, something that is adding a method. It's very strategic. You are a very patient sign by default, and the 8th house is a sign that with these energetic investments, it requires your patience. The 10th house requires your patience, but Leo is a little bit immediate. It's a little bit, I want this now. And so I think that because these two patient houses of the 8th and 10th house, but you also have that 5th house rulership, it's a time to go ahead and pour in the risk, pour in the bravery, pour in the courage to go ahead and take what you want now. You have the power to manipulate time, so go ahead and push that time forward and get what you want, Capricorn. All right, this is the time. This is the time for you to drop the gold and the mountain emoji in the chat. Let us know you're here, you're supporting, and you rock with us, and hit that thumbs up, likes button, Capricorn. All right, Aquarius, Venus and Leo is getting ready to share and shine light on what you compromise with and on. And are you compromising against your own inner peace, your own inner stillness? Are you reserving yourself too much and not taking what you want when you need, how you need it, in a way that is actually more balanced? Because you're always giving, you're always loving, you're always sensitive to other people and what they need. Are you doing that same sensitivity that's required for yourself right now? Are you taking that pace? Are you taking that peace and moving with pace into a more balanced dynamic with all the people that you're relating with in their social environments and conditionings that you are involved in? This is the time for you, Aquarius, to drop the lightning bolt and let us know you're getting ready to shock things up. You're getting ready to switch them and change them because you're past due. Leo wants you to go ahead and be yourself, to love yourself, and still be sensitive to the other people. Do not fall into that cold detachment narrative and say, I don't care. You do care. And by lying to yourself saying you don't care, is more harmful, and you bring more harm to the person and the people that you do care about, especially in including yourself. Love yourself, care about yourself, and you will win, Aquarius. Drop that lightning bolt and the thumbs up button. Let us know you rocked and vibe with this channel. Okay, check. All right, Pisces, this is one of those times where you're recognizing you're the GOAT in the 6th house. The 6th house is one of those houses where perfection happens. One of the houses where you become known, you become recognized as the best. And that's why it requires a tremendous amount of humility. But as a Pisces, the equalist sign, I think that you have plenty of humility. So right now is the time to go ahead and shine. Take in and breathe in that cloud. Breathe in that riz. Breathe in that charisma. All right, you have it all. You got it going on. It's time to actually communicate. Allow yourself to be broadcasted. Get on the commercials. Take on the interviews. Okay, allow your investments to pay their dues, to pay themselves, and understand that you deserve it right now. All right, this is what you're changing your mind on, to not sacrifice yourself in every situation and martyr yourself in every outcome, and realize that, you know what? All right, God, I have faith and I'm going to keep praying. That's my major recommendation for you, Pisces, is to keep praying and help God open up your heart, open up your eyes to what you deserve, to how hard you have worked, to being what you truly are rather than what people tell you you are. And that's the psychological transformation that you're going through in your own mental and emotional space, to accept your blessings. Open your hands and be ready to receive, Pisces. As you hit the thumbs up and the likes button, I want you to drop the star emoji down in the chat, letting us know that you're ready to receive that abundance. I will see you soon on this Venus and Leo message. Love.